Hi there, welcome back to some further musings and meanderings through the book of Joshua in the Old Testament. And just a little housekeeping thing to start off with. Those of you who watch these videos on YouTube because you subscribe to the YouTube channel, please feel free to sign up for these videos so they can be emailed to you if you miss them on the YouTube. I would love to have you on board with that. We're going to reduce the number of videos per week on Joshua to one, probably coming out each Friday. But in addition to that, there's still the Wednesday video from the Whole Life blog that you can sign up for as well. So I'll put the links to both of those things underneath this video and encourage you to join and sign up to those two lists if you so wish. But in the meantime, we're going to pick the story up of God renewing the covenant with the people of Israel at the end of Joshua chapter 8, verse 30. And this is after Ai has finally been defeated. Joshua built an altar to the Lord, the God of Israel, on Mount Ebal. He followed the commands that Moses, the Lord's servant, had written in the book of instruction. And these were these rules and regulations. Make me an altar from stones that are uncut and have not been shaped with iron tools. Then on the altar they presented burnt offerings and peace offerings to the Lord. And as the Israelites watched, Joshua copied onto the stones of the altar the instructions Moses had given them. And basically what they do in this whole setting right to the very end of chapter 8, that's verse 35, is that they renew the covenant, they renew the agreement, they go over once again the relationship between God and his people. And for all of us, and we've talked a little bit about this in past episodes, that it's important for us to have this ongoing, ever fresh relationship with God. You know how easy it is to forget things. We get so caught up in the here and now, we get caught up with what's happening in our lives, sometimes the challenges that come along, and we can grow cold in our relationship with God, our relationship with other people, grow cold in sense of the peace that we have within seems to dissipate. And God wants that to be renewed. And he wants our relationship with him to be renewed. And it's not because necessarily we've gone off track, we've gone really away from the heart of God for our lives. It simply means we need to check in with him and ask him, is my relationship with you what it could be? And God isn't out there trying to trip us up. He's not trying to make things difficult for us. He's not trying to come against us in such a way that we're discouraged and pushed down. But in fact, he wants to lift us up and say, look, there is a vibrancy about the relationship that we can have together that I desire for you. Why don't you renew your agreement with me? Why don't you come again to that place where you're saying, yeah, this is what God has for me. This is the heart of God for me. And it's an amazing, amazing thing. So be blessed as God encourages your heart to renew that relationship with him once again. Maybe it means you write out, just like Joshua wrote out in stone, but maybe you write out on a piece of paper or type it up on your computer, some of the promises that God has given you over the years. I remember when God said this. I remember when God did that. You know, on Facebook, those of you who are still on Facebook, every now and again you get a picture come up from a post that you put onto Facebook a year or a number of years ago. It says, effectively, do you remember what you posted all those years ago? Here's the picture again, here's the post, and if you wish, you can repost it. It's a reminder of what has happened. And sometimes it's what God gives us, this opportunity to remember, to renew, and to enter into an amazing relationship with him. So if that's your heart, I'd encourage you to simply go for what God is saying to you. Renew that relationship and walk close to him through this coming week. Be blessed.